In this video tutorial, I'm going to explain to you how we can create this window schedule. Now, a window schedule is basically a description of windows that you are going to be using, namely its planes, a detail marker or a section marker, along with the dimensions of the walls and the windows and other relevant information. Such as over here, we can see that this is window number 3. So our window number 3 is 1890 long, 1 meter 890 long, is divided into 3 equal members. The height of the window the height of the sill level from the finished floor level is 296 mm, and the top height of this window is 2.1 meter, or we can say the lintel level for this window is 2.1 meters. Similarly over here, but this has a different sill height along with this one and this one. At the bottom here I have set up the window description, which basically shows my basic details. So what I've done is I've placed the frame, which is this part over here, the outer part in the mullions, is 100 mm by 45 mm aluminum frame powder coated 2-plate. Remember, the contractor or whoever is building your following these plans will have to provide you with a set of shop drawings for approval. I'll also show you how to make shop drawings of these windows, doors, and other things later on. And the next thing that I've shown here is the glass type. So in this case, I'm using a 6 mm thick by 152 mm clear and or tinted glass, depending on wherever the client wants, tinted or clear. The Luwak area is, in Fiji, it's wind brand or equivalent. Anything that you wish to use, as long as it has a decent quality. 6.2 is 152 mm by 6 mm by 12 blade Luwak area. Now how I determine the height, the inside height of this window, that's from this point up to this point. I actually have a chart for it from the supplier, and I'll attach it in the description link below. So the first thing that you need to do is go to model, go wherever you're going to set up your windows, and start. So over here, for this exercise sake, I'm going to be making window number 2 and window number 4. These are the two templates that you can use to create these two along with these two. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll actually create one of my construction reference lines. Then I'll say that window number 2 has an opening of 1.2 meters. And then I'll do my offsets accordingly. Then over here, I'll add the thickness of my frame, that's 45 mm. Remember I said aluminum. Then I'll add the Luwak area height, that is 1144. That's 1 meter 144. Then I'll do an offset of 45 mm again. That's for the frame outer. And then I'll start to make all my drawings. Set up all my outlines. So first outline that I'll do will be this. Then the second offset that I'll make is 45. It's already there. Done like so. Then I can basically start to delete the unnecessary lines. Then I'll just draw a rectangle from this point, diagonal it down to this point over here. Just click on that and move this into place, either by using M2P or just hovering over its center. Then I'll delete this. Now what I'll do is basically I'll just put everything into its respective layer. And that should be either metal or any aluminum frame that you have set up properly, or you can also say windows. In my case, it's a window, so I'll leave it at window. Now what I'll do is basically I'll set up the I'll just start with the hatches. Remember, it's a powder coat finish, so you need to understand what a powder coat will look like. You can search that on Google. Then I'll hatch the mullion, and that should be all. Now what I'll do is basically I'll take a poly line, put it anywhere in the middle there like so, and move this line outside. So basically I'll click on this line, then I'll click on properties, and I'll see that my height, the length over here is 1 meter 144. So we'll use 1144 divided by 152. You get a total of 7.5 segments. So basically what we'll do is we'll divide this by 8, this line by 8. So we type div for divide and press enter. Then select your object and enter the number of segments you wish to divide. That's it. Now what you can do is basically just take one of these nodes, snap them so that they are perpendicular, and type REC for rectangle and just make 1 like so. Then change this outline to another outline. You can either say glass or something, or you can also put it as outline. Then you type H for H and press enter. Then click on a solid H, click on this drop down arrow and click on cyan. And that shows your glass. Now we're not done there yet. So what we'll do is basically we'll select both of those, then we type G for group. My apologies. We'll type a polyline, then we do that. The first line that I'll draw will be from this point to this point. That's somewhere up to 25 to 30 mm like so. Then I'll make that line over there. I'll continue that line to the top. Then I'll select the H and move it in like so. And I'll put another H inside here. Type H for H, then press enter. Now this basically shows me that the window is either open or closed. Then I'll select it all like so and group them together. Now it's all a matter of copy and paste. So just type CO for copy and just paste accordingly. Or you can do maybe 3, then copy this over here, and they should all sit in perfectly. And all you have to do is basically just paste them everywhere respectively, as I'm doing over here. If you have exceeded by 1, just select on those and delete them. And now you can see that your windows are actually taking its actual shape. So basically that's the representation of your window currently. What you'll need to do is you'll need to figure out what scale you'll be setting it up to. So I'll go to my I'll just go to my Windows schedule page, or the Windows schedule sheet. That's sheet A10 in my case. I'll just double click over here as I've already set everything up. And the scale that I'm using is the scale of 1:30. I'll basically turn on that scale over here. Then I'll start adding my dimensions. Now if you are confident that your work is correct, you can basically put your standard dimension there. And if you feel that it's not correct, you can leave it onto the contractor for him to set it up for you, or for him to do the openings for you. Because not all dimensions from the drawings can be equal on site. There will be a bit of variance. In my case, since I am sure that I have done the division the right way, I'll basically give the contractor a reference dimension like so. I'll do the same for this. Then to continue, then you don't have to keep on clicking here, and you just have to type DIMC, and that will continue the dimension from this point where you had ended the last time. So that dimension continue saves you quite a bit of time. Then what you can basically do is create one more overhead dimension like so. And you do not need to put any labels over here because you are already adding your W1 key into the existing table like so. I have shown you guys in another video as to how I had done the tables. Now the next thing that I'll put is one of the section or the detail markers. There, that's one. Now I'll just draw myself one polyline, or I mean an X line, that's a construction line. And then from there I'll determine the floor level. So it's usually 1.2 meters. Then from there I'll draw another line, a center line. You can draw one for yourself. Since it's available for me, I'll copy it and placed it there like so. Then I'll put my seal height there, that's 1/200 as I done earlier. Then I'll do then I'll offset to the other line, that is from here to here, the opening height, and that's about it. So basically you can delete this construction line, add a text, turn on your texts layer, then add a text, and you can say over here finished floor level. Or if you do not wish to make it long, you can just type FFL, that also says finished floor levels. And then basically what you can do is just give an abbreviation chart in the drawing index. Now you just have to set up one, then the rest will be easy for you so that they look neat and consistent. Now I've copied that FFL so that the spacing from here to here and the spacing from here to here will be the same, but I'll change my contents for this text. So basically what I can say that this is the seal level. Don't worry about dimensioning, I'll be adding a dimension now after this. Then I'll basically copy this, CO for copy. I'll use a base point and I'll call this a lintel level. So basically you can delete and type INTE, that's it. Lintel level. Sometimes you have to let AutoCAD work for you. Now that that is done, what you can basically do is either move this inwards slightly and then give your dimensions like so. So that's one. Similarly, you can say DIMCONT for dimension continue, and you can dimension them accordingly. So as you can see that you have already done one of the windows, and basically what you can do is just copy one of these guys from here and paste them so that they look centered. Then you can basically select all these and just enter your window number. In this case it's window number 2, and that's about it. That's all you need to do. Now the next step is also very similar. What you can do is basically copy this entire window that you had just drawn, type CO for copy, move it over here, just type REC for rectangle, draw one over here and draw the other one over here like so. And basically you can start to trim off all the unnecessary ones. So that's all for this video. In the next video tutorial, I will explain to you how to create a DOA schedule. A DOA schedule like so, along with all the hardwares and the necessary fittings. Now before I sign off, Let me just show you how to actually plot them. So basically what you can do is unlock your viewport if you have locked them, bring in your window into place, set up the scale over here. I'll say in this case it's 1:30, and then just lock your viewport, then just double click outside. Thank you very much for watching my channel. If you have any queries or questions, please let me know via comments, and please do like and subscribe to my channel for future updates on any videos that will be uploaded. Thank you very much.